Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by TaylorMade.
We take a look at the leaderboard halfway home of the Houston Open. Sam Burns, former LSU standout, 65. He's got a 2-shot lead heading into the weekend as we hear from some of those on the first page of the leaderboard.
Yeah, I think, Travis did a great job all day just trying to put us in the right spots. And I think we were able to do that for the most part. And I think that's the challenging part of this golf course. It takes a lot of discipline around here. You get it out of position, you just try to get it back to where you can get it up and down, or get in a section of the green where you can lag putt it. And fortunately early we got some good looks and was able to convert. So solid.
It's one of those courses where you can walk off, kind of shaking your head, even though you play some good golf. I was chatting to Phil about that on the second hole today because he went up there and hit a nice 9-iron, pulled up short, rolled all the way off the green, and you've got a 60-footer putting back up that hill. So it's one of those golf courses where it can be a little bit frustrating at times. So you just got to kind of be smart about it.
Obviously, it was very solid today. I felt like I played pretty well yesterday. Just a little rusty. I mean, it was my first event, since the U.S. Open. So just a little rusty, but felt like, I swung it pretty well. Just hit a couple bad iron shots, but I think that was more just from, not trusting what I was doing, just from not being out there. But today, did a lot better, hit a lot of really nice iron shots, and felt like I, managed my game very well, drove it well, hit a lot of quality shots. So I'm very pleased with how I played today.
We take a look at the leaderboard. Fighting Darkness get that second round in, and the current cut line is 3 over par. So Jordan Spieth at 4 over, Sergio Garcia at 5 over, Phil Mickelson at 9 over. Those are 3 past Masters champions that can head to Augusta National a little earlier than they had anticipated. So nearly halfway home in Houston, and I want to piggyback off a conversation we had yesterday of how you approach these players, playing the week before a major.
Right.
Now, a lot of these guys that decided to tee it up at Houston, they only got 2 rounds under their belt. Who are some of those that you sit here saying they've got a lot to figure out before next Thursday?
Probably Mickelson. And you look at Koepka's trying to figure it out, but the ball striking's not quite there. But when you look at guys who are playing well, maybe taking some momentum in, or I look at Jason Day, he's always a favorite at Augusta. Tony Finau, watch out for him this weekend. He's a guy that'll play well at Augusta. Adam Scott's up there. So you're seeing guys in DJ. These guys haven't had a lot of reps, so that's why I think the reason they're playing this week is to get some of those competitive reps. These greens, maybe not as fast, not as much movement at Augusta, but sometimes around the greens, those little bump shots, those creative shots, they've got that. And they're having a tough time scrambling around here. And this golf course is playing tough, a lot tougher than I think they thought it would play. And they've had perfect weather, no wind, and it's perfect conditions.
How important do you think it was for Jordan Spieth to make the cut and be around for the weekend in Houston?
I just think for his own psyche. I think if he makes those 2 putts, it kind of gives him maybe a little bit of momentum. And we talked about it. I mean, we're beating the dead horse, but I think for him, it's just to take those expectations off, try to free it up. It's hard to do that, and just go out there and play. I think it would have been a big time for him to have a couple more rounds under his belt. He's just got to forget about it and go get ready for next week.
How about Dustin Johnson? What do you take from him bouncing back 66 today?
I just say watch out for him on the weekend because he can get it going. Yesterday, like you said, he was rusty. He came out here today. The putter's working. Ball striking's getting better. He'll make a run in with it, especially with the scores not that high. Got a couple guys at the top that haven't won. And so it's going to be an interesting final couple days. He'll make a run. Finau might make a run. But Jason Day, don't count him out if he stays healthy either.
Going to be a fun weekend to watch in Houston. Setting up what's going to be a great Saturday right here on Golf Channel. 3rd round coverage from Cyprus bright and early at 5 a.m. Then we'll be here at noon for the pregame, leading you into the 3rd round coverage of the Houston Open at 1. Then the Charles Schwab Cup Championship, 2nd round from Phoenix Country Club in Arizona, 4 p.m. Eastern. And then we will be back to wrap it up 6:30 p.m. on Saturday evening. And when we think about Houston, how halfway home there, let's take one final look at the scoreboard through 36 holes and play suspended. They've got a couple of guys out there to hit a couple of shots, but really will not impact what we're seeing here. Sam Burns, the youngster from LSU, a 2-shot lead over Jason Day and Carlos Ortiz. And let's start with Sam Burns. A couple of great years at LSU. We've been waiting for that breakthrough moment. What do you think needs to happen and will happen for him this weekend?
Continue what he's doing. He's been in contention a couple of times. I think for Sam, he played golf at LSU with my daughter, was Kathleen. And, when he turned pro, I remember Kathleen saying, Sam's turning pro. I said, he's ready. Is he ready or not? He got out there. He's done very well. I think for him, it's just stay out of his way. I think at Safeway, he got a little bit too aggressive a few times, but he's due to win, but he's got some big names coming up there, guys who have won, so watch out for them to make a move. Watch out for DJ, too.
It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Remember Sam Burns a couple years ago, a Sunday with Tiger at the Honda. He's ready for the big stage. We're back tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Go Tigers.